back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Prescott on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Prescott. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one of the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Robert Tonyan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought?
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Throwing is Rodgers. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. A beautiful fake. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. Neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Seven, 7, our score after 1.
you block over here. 150. Back ball. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Hey, take 26. 31-yard line. 26. Now Rodgers. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
When I watch that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Prescott now. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it with Chandler, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 19-yard line. Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300. Hey, 88. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And his pass incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On now, Tucker McCann. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. McCann's kick up and good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Prescott to throw it. That's caught again by Schultz. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Running with Elliott. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. The big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Rodgers now on first down. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. To throw is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught downfield by Miller. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Rodgers to throw once more. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And again, it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers, throw left side, complete. That's Miller. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, 88. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Finding Miller once more, complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. McCann's kick is good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Final play of the half. Prescott. That one complete. Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So a very tight first half. We head to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that.
And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. A credit Chris Barnes rushing in there and hitting him for a loss.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, you can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh, no. Looked like they had that one set up well on 3rd down. But you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Forced out to his left. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Rodgers. Wright's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Clay Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Marquise Bell.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Garibay on for the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Cowboys 24, Packers 13. Jonathan Garibay.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Their catch at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Hey, you block over here. 50. Back close.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now a 2nd down and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
26. 30.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go to Elliott again.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Prescott now. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Prescott to the sideline on 4th down. Jonathan Garibay is out there for the Dallas field goal.
From the right hash, this from 53. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. On play action, now Rodgers. Being chased out left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs
from 19 yards away.
And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Rodgers will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because it just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Dallas, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll